I'm Jake. I'm 22 years old, and this story happened with my 3 closest friends from the University of Colorado. They were seniors like me, and we wanted to have an unforgettable adventure before graduation. Our team was me, Jake, nature photography enthusiast, Marcus, survival expert and our group leader, Tyler, technology addict but adventure lover, and Emma, biology student and our only girl. Marcus had prepared the plan. We would spend a week in Bighorn National Forest, away from marked camping areas, completely in the wilderness. He called it Real Wilderness Experience. In the second week of July, we set off from Colorado to Wyoming. After a 6-hour journey in Marcus's pickup truck, we reached the ranger station at the forest entrance. An old man was working at the ranger station. His name was Joe, and he'd been on duty there for 30 years. When we told him about our camping plan, his face tensed up. "Kids," he said, "I recommend you stay in the marked camping areas. There are some areas in this forest. I don't want you to go there." "What kind of dangers?" Marcus asked. Joe hesitated. "Bears, cougars, these are normal. But strange things happen in the area after mile marker 12. Campers have disappeared. Some have returned. Changed." "What do you mean changed?" Emma asked. "They can't remember what they experienced. They don't talk for days, and in their eyes, there's an expression like they've seen completely different things." Tyler laughed. "These are old legends, urban legends." Joe looked at Tyler sternly. "Son, I've been working in this forest for 30 years. It's not legend, it's real." But we didn't listen. We were young. We trusted ourselves. Marcus had survival training. Tyler brought GPS and radio. I had photography equipment. And Emma was knowledgeable about nature as a biologist. The first day went smoothly. We found a nice clearing around mile marker 8 and set up our tents. In the evening, we lit a fire, told stories, made s'mores. Classic camping fun. The second day, we decided to go deeper. We passed mile marker 12. We entered the area Joe had warned us about. The forest was different here. Trees were denser, sunlight barely penetrated, sounds were more muffled. But it was beautiful too. Emma found rare plant species. I took amazing nature photos. Tyler was marking new routes on the GPS. The third night, things started to change. Around midnight, Emma woke me up. "Jake," she said, "there's something outside." I looked outside the tent. Our fire had gone out, but the embers were still glowing. The forest was completely silent. Normal forest sounds, insects, leaf rustling, bird calls. None of them were there. "What did you hear?" I said. "Footsteps. Something walking around our tents." Marcus and Tyler also woke up. We all went outside together. We turned on flashlights but didn't see anything. But there were footprints on the ground. Very large footprints, like human feet, but at least size 15. "Sasquatch," Tyler said jokingly. "We found Bigfoot." Marcus was serious. "These footprints are fresh. Whatever it is, it's still nearby." That night we decided to keep watch, 2-person shifts. Emma and I first watch, Marcus and Tyler second watch. I sat with Emma from 2 to 4 a.m. We kept the fire burning, watched around. We didn't see anything, but that strange silence continued. It was like the whole forest was holding its breath. The morning of the 4th day, we couldn't find Tyler. He wasn't in his tent. His belongings were in place. Even his sleeping bag looked neat as if it had never been used. His GPS, radio, everything was in his tent. "Tyler!" we shouted. "Tyler, where are you?" No sound came. The forest didn't even echo our voices. Marcus didn't panic. Maybe he went to the bathroom or went for a walk. Let's search around. We searched for 3 hours. There was no trace of Tyler. We looked at the ground to track him, but couldn't find any footprints either. It was as if Tyler had vanished into thin air after leaving his tent. "We need to call the ranger station," Emma said. "We need to call search and rescue team." But Tyler's radio wasn't working. There was no signal. GPS wasn't working either. It constantly showed signal lost. That evening, the 3 of us were very tense. We continued searching for Tyler, but returned when darkness fell. We brought the tents together, made a big fire. "Maybe he got lost," Emma said. "Maybe he got disoriented." But Marcus's face was worried. Tyler isn't someone who would get lost. He's a GPS expert. That night, we experienced our second loss. This time, it was Marcus. When we woke up in the morning, his tent was empty. Again, his belongings were in place, no trace. Like Tyler, he had vanished into thin air during the night. Emma started to lose it. "This is impossible. 2 people can't just disappear." I was starting to get scared too, but tried to stay calm. "Emma, we can't stay here. We need to go back." We packed our things. But there was a problem. We couldn't find the way. The compass needle kept spinning, showing no direction. GPS wasn't working, and there were no spray paint marks we had made on the trees. It was as if the forest had erased the path we came from. In the afternoon, we started walking in a random direction, but no matter how much we walked, we felt like we were in the same place. We seemed to see the same trees, same rocks, same streams. Evening came and we were back at the same clearing, the place where we had set up camp. This was impossible because we had walked straight for hours. "Jake," Emma said, "we can't get out of here, can we?" That night we both stayed in one tent. Emma never left my side. Neither of us slept. We waited for morning. Just before dawn, when Emma dozed off, I saw it. It was standing at the edge of the clearing among the trees. At first I thought it was human, tall, about 7 feet. But its shape wasn't right. Its arms were too long, legs too thin, and its head, the shape of its head wasn't normal. It had noticed me. It was looking at me, but it had no eyes. Where there should have been eyes on its face, there were only dark holes. It took a step. It made no sound. It was as if its feet weren't touching the ground. I touched Emma's shoulder to wake her up, but Emma wasn't there. I was alone in the tent. I had a panic attack. "Emma," I screamed. "Emma!" That thing, whatever it was, heard my scream. It turned its head to the side as if listening. Then it slowly started walking toward me. I burst out of the tent. I started searching for Emma. "Emma, where are you?" Emma's voice came from the other side of the clearing. "Jake, I'm here. Help me." I ran toward the voice, but I couldn't find Emma. The voice was coming, but she wasn't there. "Jake!" Now it was Marcus's voice. "Jake, we're here. You'll find us." Tyler's voice also came. "Jake, why did you leave us? Look for us." My friends' voices were coming from everywhere in the forest, but I couldn't see them, and the voices weren't right. It was as if they were coming from very far away, or as if they weren't them. That thing was still following me. When I turned and looked, I could see it among the trees. It made no sound, but was constantly approaching. I started running in a random direction just to get away from it. My friends' voices followed me, but gradually became distorted. Emma's voice turned into a man's voice. Marcus's voice became like a child's voice. I ran for hours. Whenever I stopped, that thing was there, behind the trees, approaching. When darkness fell in the evening, I stumbled. My foot caught on a root and I fell to the ground. When I tried to get up, that thing was standing right in front of me. Now it was very close. I could see the details. It wasn't human. It had never been human. Its skin was gray and seemed rotten. It smelled like carrion. And those holes, where its eyes should be, things were moving inside those holes. It opened its mouth. It had no teeth but spoke with my friends' voices. In Emma's voice, "Jake, why are you running? We want to be with you." In Marcus's voice, "We are a family. You stay with us too." In Tyler's voice, "This place is beautiful. You'll never want to leave." I understood then. My friends were gone, lost, or that thing had taken them, and now it was going to take me too, using their voices. "No," I screamed. "You're not them." That thing's mouth opened wider. A horrible sound came from inside, like a mixture of thousands of voices. My friends' voices, voices I didn't recognize, children's voices, old voices, all screaming together. I got up and continued running. But I was finished now. My legs wouldn't hold. I was out of breath. That thing was coming after me, getting closer and closer. That's when I saw the light in the distance, among the trees, a yellow light. It looked like flashlight light. I ran toward that light with my last strength. "Help!" I screamed. "Somebody help me!" As the light approached, I heard voices, human voices, real human voices. "Here, over here." I came out into a clearing and saw 3 people. They were wearing rescuer clothes. They had flashlights. "Jake," said one of them. "We were looking for Jake Mitchell. Is that you?" I was about to faint. Yes, I'm Jake. My friends, they..." "Calm down, son. You're safe. We're taking you to the hospital." There was an EMT among them. They put me on a stretcher. They gave me an IV and glucose. I was in shock. "Where are the others, Jake?" asked the search team leader. "Where are Emma, Marcus, Tyler?" They disappeared. That thing took them." The rescuers looked at each other. "What thing, Jake? What did you see?" I tried to explain, but the words wouldn't come. How could I describe that thing? I stayed in the hospital for 3 days. Police came, FBI came. Search and rescue teams went into the forest. They did helicopter searches. They used dogs. But there was no evidence. The tent was for one person. The belongings were only my belongings. Only my traces were in the car. We found Ranger Joe. "Son," he said, "you came here alone. You had no friends. But you saw them. We said we were 4 people." Joe shook his head. "You were alone, but you were acting strange. You were talking to the air as if there were people there." "I had to go to a psychiatrist. PTSD, he said. Isolation hallucination. When people experience extreme isolation, they can create imaginary friends. But I know what really happened. My friends were real. That thing took them. And that thing was going to take me too, but I managed to escape. Now, 6 months have passed. I continue to live in Colorado, but I never go camping. I don't hike in nature. I'm even afraid to leave the city because sometimes at night when I look out my window, I see that tall figure among the trees. It's finding me, and it's still waiting. I continued researching about Emma, Marcus, and Tyler. They have records, university records, photos. They were real, but nobody remembers them. Classmates, professors, families, nobody. As if they've been erased from memories. But I remember. And I know they're still there. In Bighorn Forest. With that thing. Waiting for other campers if you're going wilderness camping. Listen to local rangers' warnings. If they say don't go beyond mile marker 12, don't go. And if your friends start disappearing, don't stay there. Run and never look back. Because that thing is still there, and it wants to collect your voices too.